Good morning! Hatid sa inyo ng Daily Tribune at Radyo Bandido TV ang Gising Na. Ito ang omni-media program na mapapanood tuwing Lunes, Miyerkules at Biyernes sa Daily Tribune's official Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube at simulcast sa DZRJ 8:10 AM. Ako po, si Kim Sancha. Mula alas 7:30 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga ating pag-uusapan at tayo ay magkukwentuhan tungkol sa mga trending entertainment news at lifestyle or inspiring lifestyle stories, mapa-local at international man yan. Dahil ganyan ang buhay dito sa Gising Na. Siyempre, kayong mga nanonood at nakikinig, we are now on the last week of Miss Philippines Earth 22nd edition competition. And the top 20 semi-finalists are in Coron, a first-class municipality in the province of Palawan, the commercial, of course, capital of the Calamian group of islands, and the third largest. Kilala din ang naturang isla dahil sa world-class World War II era wreck diving site at limestone cars, landscapes, shallow water coral reefs, crystal clear freshwater lakes, and beautiful beaches. Ayan, nakikita nyo yung mga nagpa-flash sa screen. Ayan yung mga bago sila pumunta sa Coron. At sa naturang isla, nakatakdang ganapin ang Grand Finals and Coronation Night sa Sabado. Pero bago yan, kikilalanin at kikilatisin muna natin ang top 20 semi-finalists na kasalukuyang ini-enjoy, syempre, ang Coron. At para tulungan tayo sa pagkilala at pagkilatis, nag-imbita kami ng ilang local at international bloggers and bloggers. Ayan, nakikita nyo yung sa inyong screen, ayan yung sa sasakyan ng Philippine Coast Guard, ayan yung winelcome sila nung sila ay dumating sa port ng Coron. Yan. Yan, tingnan muna natin yung mga pictures na yan na nakita nyo sa screen. Yan yung kanilang pagdating sa Coron. Ayan. Our first guest is an educator, corporate communication practitioner and trainer, a creative consultant and fashion designer of the largest designers group in the country, the Designer Circle Philippines. He is also the House of Crowns pageant personality and Q&A trainer, and the chief correspondent for Miss Earth Crown, the largest online magazine specifically for Miss Philippines Earth and Miss Earth. Say hello to Alfonso Sabilano o mas kilala sa tawag na Noy. Good morning!
Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Good morning po sa Ganyan ang Buhay viewers natin. And I'm so happy to be here. Maraming salamat po sa opportunity for being here for Miss Philippines Earth 2020.
Ayan, walang ano man sa'yo. Babalikan kita. So, she has covered pageant since 2014 as a former entertainment reporter. She currently writes for parenting website and blogs about pageants for the Crown Philippines. For the second time around in Ganyan ang Buhay, dito sa Gising Na, welcome back, Alexa Villano. Good morning!
Good morning, Kim, and thank you for having me again. It's good to be back
Yes,
for this segment.
Babalik ka ulit kasi international na tayo. At baka next week yung post Miss Philippines Earth na winners. Well, depende sa schedule mo kasi alam ko busy-busy ka rin eh. So, tingnan natin. And last but not the least, the country's top independent pageant bloggers who continues to make normannorman.com synonymous with beauty and pageantry, locally and internationally. He is a pageant coach and personality development mentor as well. And I think yesterday or the other day ata was named, excuse me, Mr. International Philippines Organization's official spokesperson and director for communications. O, diba? Congratulations to the institution, the one and only Norman Tinio. Good morning, Norman.
Good morning, Kim. Akala ko naman papakilala mo po as Mr. International Philippines type of holder. But thank you so much and thank you for having me back.
Ayan. Siyempre, of course, alam mo naman yan, pag may panahon at may pagkakataon, ikaw yung aking top of my list. Alam mo yan. I don't need to say that. So, ayan, welcome back. Welcome to the show. Ayan. So, alam naman nyo na yung top 20 ngayon ay nasa Coron. So, yan yung ating kikilalanin at kikilatisin isa-isa. So, one and a half hours of Miss Philippines Earth Beauty. So, ready na ba kayong tatlo?
Go!
Okay. So, ang una kong itatanong, syempre, what are her strengths and weaknesses? So, ayan, tingnan natin sino yung unang delegate or candidate na inyong kikilatisin. Ayan, si Alexandra Jean Baharin. Ayan, nakikita niyo yung screen nyo, di ba? Sa screen nyo, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, unahin na kita, Norman. So, what can you say about her?
Well, isa siya sa mga natanggal early on. Actually, nung nag-announce ng top 20 because of height concerns. Pero I've always been vocal about her inclusion dapat kasi she has a beautiful face. Artistahin ito. Pang star magic ang dating nito si Alexandra. Nga lang, I think when they had to measure their heights one more time, isa siya sa nasa top 20 na siya pero
Yes.
natanggal pa siya.
Right.
Dito, so yun.
Alexa?
Ako actually, looking at her, she actually has a very nice face, no? At sama nga si Norman, she actually could be a potential celebrity if ever. So, I know that the height issue has been talked about so many times, pero yun na nga sometimes what you may not even if you don't have the height, but if you have a very good-looking face, I think that should be taken into consideration for a potential spot, at least in Miss Philippines Earth.
Right. And how about you, Noy?
Actually nga po sa Miss Earth Crown, she was originally part of our original talaga na hot picks for top 20. Sadly nga rin po because of the height issue, yun nga po natanggal siya. Pero for me talaga, what makes her stand out is that she's really beautiful in motion. As you can see naman sa kanyang mga videos right now. And I think that's going to be her, if ever, her biggest strength sana. Napakaganda niya in motion, napakaganda ng pasarela. So, in the future, we have high hopes for her in other pageants. So, but for now, yun nga po, wala po siya sa ating top 20.
Oo. Nakakasad. I actually had to put her kasi yun nga, part pa rin kasi siya. Sa part ko naman, meron siyang isang shot doon. She reminded me of Julian San Jose. Dun sa isang shot. I'm not sure if you're gonna agree with me about that. At saka, you're right. Maganda actually yung register ng kanyang face. Sayang nga lang, hindi na siya part because of what happened of the requirement. So, can we go to the next candidate, please? Ito, si Angel Santos ng 13 Martires City. I'll start with Anoy.
Oh yes, okay. Si Angel nga po pala was part of the 2020 edition. Yung very first virtual edition ng Miss Philippines Earth, and she placed as one of the runners-up. I'm not mistaken. And what is good about her this year is nag-transform po siya. Parang nagkaroon siya ng edgier, more in-your-face, more impactful packaging right now. As you can see, nagpa-shorten ng hair. And during the press conference, she was one of the standouts for me. Napakaganda ng register sa camera, napaka-powerful ng dating. And I think what she has for this year is, I think she's more prepared as a whole. So I have high hopes na mag-replace po siya, if not higher, siguro one of the elemental crowns for this year's edition.
Wow, that's nice. Very good. Norman?
Angel is one of the two pageant veterans in the top 20, the other one being Justine Ortega. And Angel has already represented us internationally sa Face of Humanity International. And tama kasi yung kanyang pagbabalik this year is now accentuated by her very short hair. Which reminds me, during the press presentation, she was the only one among the top 20 who never had difficulty with the strong winds. As in, talagang sa iksi ng hair niya, she could make her pasarela and everything without having to bother about fixing her hair going to her face. Kasi iksi na talagang she could do everything very well. So, I think bumabalik si Angel this year strongly because, well, ganoon naman talaga dapat eh. When you return to a pageant, then you have to be on an upward level of improvements from the last.
Right.
Kim?
Yep. Thank you. And Alexa?
Ako naman, no, at just to piggyback on what Noy and Norman said, no,
Mm-mm.
when you have the experience already, when you have joined it before, so medyo alam mo na yung assignment, alam mo na yung hinahanap nila. So I think with Angel, of course, she transformed, she had to cut her hair, which makes her look edgier. Kasi aminin naman natin, Kim, that, diba, short hair or chindan hair is really seen talaga in pageants. It's always about big hair, long hair. That makes her stand out also. And of course, syempre, now that this is her second win in Miss Philippines Earth, mas comfortable na siya, mas alam na niya yung hinahanap dapat ng Carousel Productions as a potential winner.
Tanungin ko lang kayo, kung kayo yung papipiliin, syempre alam naman natin na mas pabor na pabor sa pageant yung long hair. Okay lang ba kayo sa short hair? Noy?
For me, for a candidate or for us, charot.
Ikaw, go ahead. If you wanna share, go ahead.
You know what? I think it really depends on the type of beauty of the candidate. It really depends on the face structure,
Yeah,
the
right.
body structure. May binabagayan din kasi.
Agree.
So, but then I think it also boils down to confidence. I mean, if you're confident enough to carry that kind of hairstyle, then why not?
Right. Agree. Norman?
Ang short hair kasi, Kim, may binabagayan yan eh. Like, I'll give you an example. Kung sakali bang si Michelle D nag-present sa Miss World Philippines na flowing ang hair niya hanggang sa balakang niya, would you have liked it better than yung kanyang kumbaga, depende yan sa babae kasi hindi pwedeng, sige. Actually, ito nga si Angel, I messaged her sa IG and she said na bigla ang decision na rin yung to really cut her hair shorter than short. Dahil parang parang she needs to parang zero in on an image that will make her stand out. And toon man, nag-stand out siya that she's the only one with that short hair among the top 20.
Ayan. Ako naman, naalala ko bigla tuloy Norman or Noy and Alexa. Remember Stefania Fernandez? Di ba mahaba yung buhok niya dun sa Miss Universe? Tapos nung nanalo or prior, meron siyang isang cut na yung parang bob, di ba? Bumagay din, di ba? So parang gano'n. At syempre hindi lahat magiging gano'n, yung pwede yung bagay yung mahaba at maikse. Alexa, ikaw naman?
Ako kasi I know there's always a consultation always with the team, no? And sometimes they make the last minute choices. Now, if you really are confident enough to carry an edgier look, just of course what Angel did, or in the case before nga of what Michelle D did during her Miss Universe Philippines stint, go for it. Kasi at the end of the day, ikaw naman yung lalaban. That's for me, no? And yun na nga lang, kailangan mong mag-adjust. Kasi some girls sometimes initially, parang merong doubt bigla after na, ay sana hindi ko na lang pinagupit or pinachange yung look. That's why it's also very important to always consult with people that you trust within your team before even making any drastic changes. Kasi baka mamaya nga meron na kayong pinagayan na look, yun pala yung look that you did now, hindi ba bagay after.
Tama. I agree din ako sa sinabi mo kasi yun, kailangan ng consultation. Yun nga lang, kailangan yung titingin dyan, magaling din. Siyempre, titingnan niya yung face, yung structure, yung mga jawline, yung mga ganyan, yung forehead, yan. Titingnan nila yan. So, dapat magaling. So, can we go to the next lady, please? Okay. Ayan, is it Chris Deline Abrenica ng Filipino Community of Dubai, UAE? I'll start with Alexa. Alexa, hi.
Ayan, sorry.
It's okay.
Tayo. When seeing Chris, I think, without makeup, the first thing that I've noticed, Kim, ang ganda niya. So, definitely, when you have no makeup, and even with makeup, baka there's already a chance now, the makeup will enhance her even more. But that was the first thing I've noticed. She's a very pretty without makeup. Kasi
Makeup.
diba, that's part of the that's part of one of the judging components that without makeup, you at least look presentable.
Mm-mm. Ako naman, Alexa, naalala ko nung nag-critic day ako sa kanila dun sa beach wear nila. Isa yun sa gusto ko rumampa eh. Ayun. So, bago tayo magpatuloy, kailangan nating mag-commercial break. So, dyan muna kayo, Alexa, Noy, and Norman. Tayo magbabalik matapos lang ang ilang paalala. Welcome back to Ganyan ang Buhay dito sa Gising Na. At bago tayo mag-commercial, ang Miss Philippines Earth candidate na ating kinikilatis or ni-review ay si Chris Dalin Abrenica, yung Filipino Community Dubai, UAE. At si Alexa yung ating nakausap. So ngayon naman, ikaw naman, Noy, ano mo masasabi mo sa kanya?
But I'm going to agree with what you mentioned, Sir Kim, no? Talagang one of the strongest walkers itong si diba? And not only during the beach wear po, no, during all of the segments na merong pasarela or it tells them to walk, like the evening gown, napaka-regal, napaka-lakas ang dating niya sa camera because of her presence in the segments na yun. And like this one, beachwear and sportswear. Again, very consistent in terms of that performance. Kaya maganda rin ang potential nito na mag-play sa ating mga top 10 or even one of the crowns as well.
Okay. Norman?
Si Chris Dalin kasi, well, especially during the press presentation, she's cute in person. There's kaya sinasabi ko na you need to see these ladies face to face before you can make any clear judgment on
I agree.
on their potentials. So when I saw her during press presentation, ano siya, lumalaban. Hindi siya yung tipo nagpapaiwan sa mga kalaban niya sa top 20. Kim?
Okay, thank you. So, next candidate, please. Oh, eto, si Danielle. Is it Mackay Oano de la Cruz? Ayan, hindi ko mabasa yung kanya. Wait lang. Yung kanyang, ano yung Kauswagan, Lanao del Norte. So, Noy, ikaw muna.
Ako, isa rin po to sa mga natanggal ata because of the height requirement, if I'm not mistaken. Si Daniel, no? Si Daniel.
Daniel.
Correct. Again, for me kasi, she's also one of our original top picks sa top 20 namin sa Miss Earth Town. And again, her strength talaga, number one, is her communication skills. Very strong speaker, also very intelligent as well. She knows her advocacy. And I think her presence as well because of the styling with the short hair as well. Again, a standout because of that. Nga lang po because of the height requirement, nagkaroon siya ng problem. That's why natanggal din siya. So, that's for Daniel, for us.
Ayan, linawin ko lang alam ko yung mga nagkaroon or naligwak doon sa top 20. We have to do this kasi naging part pa rin sila ng top 20. Top 20, even though they're not really competing, we have to, or sorry, it's actually my decision to include them. Ayun lang. Explain ko lang. So, next, Alexa.
Okay, I actually saw this video just now. No,
Mm.
she's actually good in her walk, in her pasarela,
Mm.
and actually, no, as what Noy earlier said, she also has one of the edgy looks. Because
Mm.
I think sometimes, personally, for you to stand out, you have to look. You have a yung presence mo plays a big factor. And again, going back to what I said earlier, having short hair
Mm.
is very rare in pageantry, and she
Mm.
stands out. Pero yun nga, again, unfortunately, height played
Yes.
a big factor for her to be removed. So
Mm.
I hope that there are other pageants that height is not really required, and she will consider joining in the future.
Okay. All right. Norman.
Actually, itong kay McKay, I call her McKay because medyo nakita ko na siya during her provincial pageant. And
Mm.
it's one of those heartbreaking situations because when her height was measured, if I'm not mistaken, I saw it in one of her posts.
Mm.
The measurement was something like 5 feet 3 and point 0.7 or 5
Mm.
5 feet 3.8. So talagang it's just such a small fraction bago mag 5'4".
Mhm.
And because of that, kumbaga, ang biruan nga ng iba, di sana, nagtipto siya ng konti. Aabot ko nagtipto ng konti, aabot niya sa 5'4", parang gano'n ang biruan
Oo,
eh.
oo.
Oh, but I like this girl that she could have been the second candidate with short hair
Yes.
competing
Mm-mm.
in this year's edition. Kim?
Right. Thank you. Next, please. Oh, yan. Si Erica Vinatan. Ano yan? Erica Vina Talavera Tan representing Legazpi City. So, I'll start with Alexa.
Wow. Actually, she has good presence. That's one of the things that I like about her.
Mm-mm.
And I like the shape of her face. And she's another one of the candidates na when you look up close, without makeup, actually,
Mm-mm.
maganda siyang tingnan. Maganda siya.
Mm-mm. Noy?
Actually, I had a great opportunity to be with her during her press conference, yung kanyang
Mm-mm.
press presentation
Right.
with the members of the pageant media.
Yes.
And what I like about her is, in terms of like responding to questions, hindi siya pageant catty.
Mm-mm.
I mean, she's very direct. She is
Mm-mm.
actually very comfortable answering questions na parang without batting an eyelash, she's going to answer the question the way she wants to answer it. And I think that's a refreshing thing for a pageant to have someone like that. And I think another of her strong points is that maganda nga yung presence po niya sa camera, moving shots, which is really impactful. So another one na meron akong high hopes for the
Sa
pageant.
kanya. Okay. Alright. Norman?
Si Erica kasi, Kim, I agree with what Alexa said earlier.
Mm-mm.
I appreciate Erica with light makeup on. Kasi
Yes.
kapag pag heavy ang makeup application niya,
Mm-mm.
parang nalilesen yung appeal niya para sa akin eh. Kasi gusto ko yung light lang yung makeup or yung bang hindi yung masyadong makapal dahil yung features niya kasi masyadong strong na yung features niya like sa nose line and everything. So mas na-appreciate yan yung ganyan
Yes.
yung sa Face of Beauty na pinagdaanan namin at pinahirapan ako ng Miss Philippines Earth na ako nilagay nila para sa critic. Ang
Hirap.
one of the toughest na pag-critic. Kim?
Siyempre, ilalagay ka na naman talaga nun. It's because you're the institution, remember?
Wow! But it's so
O,
hard.
pinapalakpakan kanino eh, di ba?
There are just enough words that you can use in the English vocabulary to be as tactful and diplomatic in describing beauty of face. Ang ano yan, kumbaga, there's a very thin line between saying ang ganda niya. And okay lang, parang gano'n, hindi ko pwede magsabi ng okay lang kasi parang it's not fair to the candidate.
Okay, right. Okay, next one please. Ayan, is it Jeriz Borcelas ng Sagay City? So, I'll start with you, Norman.
Jeriz is a favorite na ever since.
Yes, tama.
Marami pa sila because She has a beautiful face. And
Mm-hmm.
I also love a girl who's also an athlete,
Ah.
who can transform into a pageant candidate afterwards.
Mm-mm.
Kumbaga, ano siya, I think this very very promising to si Jerry's Porcella's skin.
Mm-mm. Alexa.
Um, Again, no, because we're talking about beauty for now. I mean, she's really standing out,
Mm-mm.
and I think I also see a lot of potential in her now. And I have to agree with what Norman said kanina. When you're yung one of her advantages is about being an athlete. I
Footballer.
mean, she's a footballer, and you
Mm-mm.
know what? I mean, from being an athlete turned into a beauty queen, we love these types of transformations naman
Uh-huh.
every now and then. So I think that's a good one. That's her one of her
Mm.
advantages.
Okay. Noy.
Yes, actually, ang maganda kay Jerice is that yung girl next door vibe, no?
Uh-huh.
Fresh face.
Uh-uh.
And I think that will work for a pageant like Miss Philippines Earth. Yung ganong klaseng vibe. That's
Mm-mm.
why maganda yung kanyang potential in terms of like beauty of face eh. Dahil parang commercial, di ba? Very commercial ang kanyang dating. Eh.
Uh-uh.
So, like, I think the brand of Miss Philippines Earth at some point.
Uh-uh. Okay. Very nice. Ang gaganda namang sinasabi niyo. I love it. Iba-iba kayo ng, analysis, your views, and me as well. So, yun. Kaya, maganda to. Next one. Ito, si Jasmine Pagyo, or representing the Filipino community sa, tama ba? Toronto, Canada. Yan. I'll start with you, Noy.
Oh, ito naman si Jasmine pala. Actually, I think she's a part of a Star Magic, if I'm not mistaken. So, nag-art na rin siya dito sa Philippines. So, she already has experience with the camera.
Mm-mm.
And as we can see, very talented. She's also a dancer as well.
Mm-mm.
For me naman, for the pageant itself, I think her strongest point is again, number one, video face.
Uh-uh.
Again, very fresh face din ang dating niya. And number two, during the Q&A, the intelligence round,
Yeah.
just very strong communication
Right.
skill. Which is very important, as we can admit.
Yes.
Miss Philippines Earth, kailangan magaling ka magsalita.
Yeah.
So that's one of her strongest points for this pageant.
And thank you for citing that up. And it's correct. Norman?
Well, just what Noya said, yung background niya kasi niya sa, she's a showbiz upstart. So which means that
Mm-mm.
nag-workshop na yan, nag-training na yan on how to project in front of the camera.
Camera.
Siguro nakapag-acting workshops na rin yan,
Mm-mm.
performance. So it shows in how she presented her videos.
Mm-mm.
Kaya I think that will be her advantage, Kim.
Okay. Alexa?
Ako naman, no, because she is, as what Norman and Nora said earlier, that she took up workshops,
Mm-mm.
and she's starting a career na in showbiz. The fact that there's people behind her to
Mm-mm.
have as a machinery
Mm-mm.
to promote her, that is a good advantage. I mean, after all, promotion is still a very big important big
Mm-mm.
factor here in Miss Philippines Earth, no, especially it's a hybrid competition. And yun na
Mm-mm.
nga, what I like about Jasmine, with some of the interviews that I've heard from her,
Mm.
and from my colleagues then from the Crown, no,
Mm-mm.
she's actually a very, very good speaker, as you mentioned,
Yes.
as Noy also mentioned. So talagang, we all know naman Miss Philippines, right? They need spokespersons for the brand, which is and that's something I see in Jasmine.
Mm-mm. I will also agree to the three of you, not articulate siya actually, and I had the opportunity to interview her during, face-to-face dun sa kanyang press con, and I like the way she, expressed and answered the question. Next one, please. Alright, eto, Jasmine Calma ng Municipality of Pateros. I'll start with Norman.
Oh, Jasmine, okay. Let me just point out yung point for improvement ni Jasmine.
Okay.
Kasi when I saw her during the press presentation, nakulangan ako sa kanya in terms of the way she presented herself on stage. Kumbaga, parang hilaw pa siya talaga in terms of pasarela, in terms of doing her turns and everything. But I think beyond that, the girl has promise in terms of how she expresses herself. She has a good height also. So, given a year or two more, I think she will evolve into a stronger pageant candidate. Kim?
All right. Noy?
Yes, actually, I should agree with Tito Norman. No? I also had that parang comment with her, no? Parang medyo compared to the other ones na nasa top 20, medyo naiiwan ng onti because of the presence and the presentation. Pero for me naman, what's good about her is yung all Filipina vibe niya. Very Filipino ang kanyang beauty, which is also a plus point for her. So I think she should gain confidence from the fact that she has a very strong Filipina beauty, no? She should harness something from that, para magkaroon siya ng enough confidence to make sabay to the other candidates as well.
Tama. Tama yung sinasabi mo, yung huwag pahuhuli, makipagsabayan.
Yes.
Alexa.
Just to add to what Norman and already mentioned, I think in addition na lang to that is to really build up more of her confidence. And at the same time, aside from the confidence, yung presence kasi, diba, one of the things naman, I think Norman and I would agree with me on this, is dapat napapansin ka, and sometimes in a sea of candidates, I remembered lang, Kim, that in one particular pageant, nandoon si girl, pero parang hindi siya present. So, yung meaning to say,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, when you're not present, parang hindi ka napapansin ng press. And I think for me personally, that is a red flag. Kasi, red flag yun. Kasi, may maganda siya eh. It's just that, parang yun nga, parang hindi lumulutang yung presence niya sa dami ng magaganda ding candidates who are exuding the aura of and confidence in a competition.
Right. And for you to exude your personality or your aura, you need to stand up or speak up. It should be a combination of both. So, next one, please. Jennifer de Asis na eto, of course, Mandaluyong. Norman, I'll start with you.
As everyone would recall, Jennifer was voted the darling of the press during press presentation. Maganda naman kasi mukha yung batang to. Very classic yung features niya. I just hope that she would be, she can express herself in a more, in a stronger way. Dahil para maka-complement yung ganda ng mukha niya. Kasi hindi kasi pwede puro project ka ng project eh. You need to add more substance into what your beauty is putting across. Kailangan talaga, magaling-galing mag-deliver ng mga statements mo. Okay?
Great. Alexa?
Tito, Norman actually mentioned one of the most important things, no? Yun nga, you need to have, you really need to know what you're talking about. You really need to be firm in what you're saying. And I know from what I heard also from my colleagues in the camp, because they were the ones who were able to attend talaga the press con, that Jennifer de Asis is one of the favorites of the press. So, yun, sana panindigan niya yung pagiging favorite ng press, and I hope she will deliver come the finals this weekend.
Ganun din ba sa'yo, Noy? Same with Alexa and Norman?
Yes. Historically, we have seen this on Miss Philippines Earth. Na the top favorites because of the face and the strong presence, hindi biglang natatanggal or biglang naiiwan because of the interview portion. It happens all the time on Miss Philippines Earth. So I hope nga siguro she can brush up on her interview skills. Pero during the press con, I think she is getting there. She has transformed a little bit during the press con. Tuloy-tuloy lang niya yung kanyang practice and rehearsals in terms of like Q&A. And I think she's going to be there.
I remember when I judged yung critic day dun sa beach where napansin ko agad yung mukha nung Mandaluyong. Sabi ko, oh my God, ang ganda ng face ito. Yun agad napansin ko sa kanya. Yun. Next.
Hindi ba napapansin, Kim? Para silang sisters ni Erica Viñatan.
Yes, tama.
Oo, sila eh? Para silang tambal to po.
Tama. Right. Next one. Ay, Jenny Ramp ng Santa Ignacia Tarlac. I'll start with you, Noy.
Okay, kung in terms naman of total package, no? Ito si PP, total package. Beautiful face. Okay naman din yung walk, very good naman din yung walk, and communication skills is also good. So, what I think is going to be working for her is if she really becomes consistent in all of the three aspects during the finals night kasi she has what it takes to get to be there on top So high hopes for Jenny Ram during the finals of Miss Philippines Earth actually.
Okay. Okay, preno muna tayo bago tayo magtuloy. Kailangan muna ulit nating mag-commercial. So, dyan muna kayo, Noy, Alexa, and Norman. At tayo magbabalik pagkatapos ang ilang paalala. At kayo'y nakatutok pa rin sa ganyan ng buhay dito sa Gising Na. At kasama pa rin natin sina Noy, Norman at Alexa. So, sa pagpapatuloy ng ating pagkilatis at pagkilala sa mga top 20 ng Miss Philippines Earth. So, ang ating naiwan kanina ay si Jenny Ram ng Santa Ignacia, Tarlac. So, let's continue with Alexa.
Actually, Kim, si Jenny Ram, isa sa mga pinakamagandang candidates this year of sa Miss Philippines Earth, without a doubt. Seeing all of the aspects na yun, she's good in her swimsuit, in her long gown, and even in her costume. I think now the challenge for Jenny is to sustain the momentum.
Right.
Just like what Noy just shared earlier, na there's a lot of high hopes for Jenny Ram. I mean, she's actually a potential Miss Philippines Earth crown to win this title, because I just recently seen her her echo video, and talagang she, putting the 5 R's, which is actually the very important for Miss Philippines Earth, and Miss Earth is already a plus factor in that. And she was able to showcase a part of Tarlac that not everybody has seen before, because syempre this is the good thing about Miss Philippines Earth. They're able to showcase the candidates respective municipalities and cities na hindi pa natin masyado talagang nakikita, or they give a different flavor to what is already familiar in the eyes of the people.
Okay. Norman?
I never had my interest in Jenny Ram talaga ever since. Tatanungin nga kita, Kim, sa palagay mo ba, mapilido niyang Ram? Ano ang kanyang lineage? Sige nga, Kim.
Talaga, pasok.
No, yung Ram, yung apelido niyang Ram. Sa palagay mo, ano niya?
What?
Ano ang ethnicity niya? It's not a very common surname here in the Philippines.
Tama, Ram. Napaisip ako bigla dyan. So, ano yung ethnicity niya, di ba? Right?
Oo, it's Swiss-German actually.
Siya.
Although she grew up in the States. I like Jenny because she speaks well. She speaks well. Meron siyang a dash of wittiness in the way she delivers her lines. Especially when we talked about her costume na parang siyang si Batwoman. Oo, yung sa paniki. Kasi
yung
nga,
white.
Santa Ignacia, Tarlac.
Ayan.
Isa sa mga peculiarities yun ng Santa Ignacia, yung mga paniki sa Santa Ignacia, Tarlac. I like this girl. She's actually in my top 5.
I see. Sinabi niya talaga kaagad? Mamaya pa yun. Wag muna.
Wala pa naman. Wala pa naman ako sinabi rank.
Ayun. Thank you. Next lady, please. Oh, wait lang. Natin. Ayan. Ako na ba? Ayan, si Jennifer De Asis ng Mandaluyong. I'll start with Alexa. Ah, di ba tapos na tayo
Ay,
dito?
tapos
Sorry.
na tayo dito.
Wait, sorry. Okay, naalala ko. Sino ba yung... Sige, antayin natin yung sa ano. Ayan, is it Jimena Tempra, right? Okay.
Hinema.
Ng, ano yan, is it Hasaan, Misamis Oriental?
Hasaan.
Okay.
Miss
Sasabihin ko
Or.
sana Jasaan sorry. Misamis Oriental. I'll start with Norman again.
Again, hindi ko pwede itago ang aking aliw dito sa bata.
Ang liit ng muka.
Oo, she's very, actually, if I may just add, she's only 19, so para
Oh
siyang,
my God.
parang she's always doing a Roberta Tamundong
Tamundong.
2.0
Yes.
na ano, kumbaga, when she's on stage, she projects like a pro. Magaling na siya kumilos. Kumbaga, she looks like 5 years older than her actual age. And she speaks well then. And I think it's high time that the province of Misamis Oriental finally gets their objective for this competition, because the province has already held all the elemental titles in the past from 2016 to 2019. Ang hinihintay na lang nila is to get the big kahuna, the big one talaga.
Tama.
Kim?
At ayun nga, alam din natin yan na yung Misamis ay nagiging consistent ng pumasok sa, hindi lang dito sa Miss Philippines Earth, alam natin yan, di ba? Ayun. Noy?
You know what? Ito, as mentioned by Tito Norman kanina about like the physical presence, yung face-to-face, sa mga, during the press con, nasabi ko, wow, he is really something. Yung nakita ko face-to-face during the press con, as in, matangkad siya. Okay? Maganda yung presence, maganda yung pasarela, and her face, oh my God, as in, maliit na actually.
Maliit siya talaga eh.
Yes. And you know what? She's also really good in terms of like communication skills. So sabi ko, mukhang isa to sa mga babali ng ng mga listahan ng mga tao for Miss Philippines Earth during the finals. So, she's gonna be a pleasant surprise during the finals, I think.
Basta ako, ang una ko talaga nakita sa kanya, yung siyempre yung look muna, ay, ang liit talaga ng mukha. Alexa?
Actually, Kim, early this year na I was able to watch the Miss Kuyamis competition where she's one of the participants, and actually next to, of course, the eventual winner, si Annabelle McDonald, siya yung isa sa mga napansin ko, and I know that she has a sister who previously joined in the competition also, no. So I think one of the advantages is that she has somebody to ask questions about the journey that she's also going through right now in Miss Philippines Earth. As of course, physically, she's good looking. She can also talk very well. And one of the things lately na because napapansin ko ngayon sa Misamis Oriental, as Norman mentions, consistency and yung mga pinapadala nilang girls in any competition, in any national competition, just like kay Jimena, talagang high caliber, yung talagang lalaban. I think they got inspired obviously by their pageant sister na si Cindy Obenita sa Binibining Pilipinas, because I mean, after all, ngayon nag-e-exert ng effort, and at the same time, grabe yung nakikita ko yung support ng LGU, which is a very big boost for them.
And yun na, just like I said earlier, Misamis Oriental, hindi lang dito sa Miss Philippines Earth, ay namamayagpag sa iba't ibang national pageants natin. And yun nga, at there's
Kasi
something...
nga ako, Kid, if I may just add,
Go!
iba talaga ang nagagawa ng all-out LGU support.
Yes, totoo naman.
Hindi rin parang titipirin sila.
Totoo?
No? Talagang all-out ang financial support binibigay nila sa mga winners sa Misamis Oriental.
Kasi kapag ang ganda-ganda, meron ka talagang pambato, kapag wala kang support system from the LGU yun, it really affects yung pambato. So tama ka naman sa iyong tinuring, Norman. I agree. So next candidate please. Ito si Justine Ortega from, of course, City of Manila. I'll start with you, Noy.
You know what, si Justine being again one of the two veterans ng Miss Philippines Earth. I think he's one of the sentimental favorites ng karamihan sa mga Miss Philippines Earth fans, no? And admittedly, as well for me, no? And I think she's one of the strongest contenders for the crown, not just because of, being prepared and being a veteran of Miss Philippines Earth, pero kasi yung brand ng Miss Philippines Earth ay nasa kanya talaga. Talagang nasa kaloob-looban ni Justine Ortega because of her solar advocacy and being solar queen And I think that is very important when Miss Philippines Earth. Kailangan hindi mo pwedeng i-fake ang advocacy ng Miss Philippines Earth. You have to have it in you. And I think Justine Ortega has that in her ever since. Yes.
Okay. Alexa?
Ako naman, no, I've seen Justine compete in the several times already, even before she joined Miss Philippines Earth. And I have to say, she's also someone that I would love to see finally win a crown or win an elemental crown. Kasi yun nga, I think she's one of the potential ladies na hindi madi-disappoint ang Miss Philippines Earth if ever na organizers, because I think she will work. I mean, at the end of the day naman, the queens will really work after the competition, because yung advocacy nila, yan, they'll be able to put into practice.
Okay. Norman?
Honestly, for Justine, the crown is hers to lose. I think getting to this point of her pageant career, where she has already joined several competitions, she has already evolved. And ayoko naman sabihin na parang huling barahan na niya itong Miss Philippines. But I think this is the right time for her to give it her very best talaga. Kasi I think she can make City of Manila proud. And representing City of Manila, of course, kung siya rin naman mananalo, it will be very convenient for the organization. Kasi ang lapit-lapit lang niya palagi pag may mga activities. Isang grab away lang siya.
Isang kembot lang.
Yes.
Thank you. So, next lady. Ayan, si Kiara Lian Wellington ng Cebu City. Alexa?
When I first saw Kiara, actually in photos pa lang, no, I really loved her face. And of course, at the same time, and if she's a Cebuana, I know she has good communication skills. And I think with the recent win also of Nicole
Borromeo sa Binibini.
Sa Binibini, medyo high ang Cebu ngayon.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if she wins. I mean, after all, we have the likes of Jamie Harrell before, and of course Carla Henry winning the title before. So talagang meron siyang mga people who she can look up to and ask how it feels like to be a winner in Miss Philippines Earth. And of course, later on, if she is given the chance sa sabak sa international competition.
Right. Noy?
For me, admittedly, kasi ito sa mga girls na para meron akong happy crush, kumbaga. Kasi big ako, di ko alam kung bakit. Nakakabis ako. Kasi again, yung face is also very
face value.
No? Tapos as well yung kanyang form during the pasarela and during the press ko, sabi ko, wow, marunong mag-project as well ng katawan niya. And as I also agree with Alexa, no, maganda rin ang kanyang communication skills. So hopefully, she will push through sa ating finals on Saturday for Miss Philippines Earth as well.
Alright, Norman.
Noy, I think I know kung ba't mo happy crush si Kiara Lian. No, because she really does it with a very sweet aura, especially in person. Kumbaga para bang sabihin mo, para siyang Roxy Bayans na hindi. Yung bang she's so sweet, so charming. And I think, nowadays, or the past few years included, representing Cebu in any national pageant has become more of like a big pressure more than anything else because of the track record na pinapakita ng performance ng mga Cebuanas. Kaya I'm very optimistic about Kiara Lian's final placement here in Miss Philippines. Kim?
Okay, thank you. Next, Maria Lourdes de Leon ng Quezon City. Norman?
You know, actually, ito, parang small anecdote lang to during the press presentation. Hindi ko na lang ma-pinpoint kung sino kasi I was seated, of course, and then there were also so many members of the press standing in the back covering the entire thing. And then when Lourdes de Leon came on stage, may biglang sumigaw ng something that pertains to her plus size.
Okay.
So parang naanabi ko, ayoko lang siyempre magsalita rin ng, habi ko, kasi maraming nagla-live eh. Siyempre, pag
Marinig.
Ikil yung hayaan, sabi ko, because, you know, pag kasi plus size ka, tapos nag-join ka ng pageant, it only means that yung confidence mo in your own body is already there. Ayun si Lourdes kapag nag-move na, alam na niya kung she's very comfortable with her own skin. So, and I think, mapapansin siya definitely. Hindi imposible hindi siya mapansin. Kim?
Noy?
You know what, just to add to what Tito Norman mentioned, no, parang kasi siya yung candidate na hindi laban na laban. Parang she's just there to have fun. Press con yung nakita ko sa parang very happy lang siya during the pasarela, during the press con, and because of that, I think she's gonna stand out because of her aura of having fun lang. Mapapansin nga siya. I should agree with Tito Norman doon sa sinabi niya as well.
Maybe you're saying the attitude.
Oh, yes.
Yan. Alexa?
Just to piggyback on what was said already, no, I think when you're having fun, it will show. And you know, when you have fun, I mean, when you're having fun and with no pressure, you stand out.
Yes.
Because, and at the same time, I mean, kudos to her for making the brave move, because let's be honest naman, in pageantry, like it or not, they will always pick on your body, which I think it's time we all really wish should really stop. Because if we want inclusivity in pageantry, I think this girl has already made a bold statement already by putting herself out there. I mean, she's not the first plus size girl to even join a pageant or even try for a pageant. But the fact she is part of the Miss Philippines Earth is just hopefully, and I hope it will continue for other girls who dream of joining pageantry but who feel that they don't belong because of their size. I think this girl has already started a movement here in this competition.
Right. And let me add, if you're showing fun or if you're enjoying your journey or your pasarela or the way you project on camera, it actually creates positivity, and it also changes the mood, not just the co-candidates and even the one watching live or virtually. So, yun yung maganda. It creates positivity and fun. Yan. Next one, please. Ayan, is it, ano yan? Meryl Kit Paraluma ng Alabel Sarangani. I'll start with you, Alexa.
Just looking at her right now, ayan, the confidence and enjoying the fun rather, enjoying what she's doing right now. And Kim, one of the things I've noticed yun, is na naman yan, I'm sure Norman can explain more further, that when you have less makeup, mas nagsa-stand out ka. So, yun, that's something that I just saw na, wow, with less makeup, you really do stand out.
Ayan, tama. Teka, bago ko dumiretso kay Norman, naalala ko to nung nag-critic na yung ako. Ayun yung pagtapon. Pasok na pasok sa akin yung pagtapon niya na yun eksena yun
Norman. Alam mo,
Norman.
may nahanap pa nila hanggang ngayon yung upuan nyo. Hindi na nila nakita.
Ikaw na. Go ahead, Norman.
This is not the very first time I've encountered Mabel Kit.
Actually,
before the pandemic, I was one of the judges for the annual Aliwan Fiesta. The very last edition na face-to-face and everything. And lumulutan na si Meryl Kit noon, time na yon. And siguro nga lang there were far more strong candidates during her time. Pero ngayon, she returned na with a more confident disposition and um, yun nga sa kanya nga kasi if you do, yun yung sinasabi ko, pag sobrang strong ng makeup na ginawa sa mukha, nababawasan yung appeal eh. Si Meryl Kate kasi, less is more para sa mukha niya dahil yung features niya are tama lang para sa akin eh. Iba sabihin, ay parang pang-kontrabida yung face niya, parang ganoon, parang RBF. Pero hindi naman kasi she smiles a lot. Oo, and I think mapapansin siya in this competition, Kim.
Okay. Noy?
Ako, for me naman, what I love about Alabel Sarangani is, aside from the fresh face, yung ease niya when she talks, when she delivers her Q&A. Kasi very important para sa akin for Miss Philippines Earth, yung ease and comfort in speaking eh. They really capitalize on the girl's communication skills and how comfortable she can talk about the advocacies and deliver her answers during the Q&A. So, yun yung magiging strong point niya, I think, yung Q&A portion niya for Miss Philippines Earth.
Okay. So, next one. Ayan. Is it Micaela or Micaela Legarda ng Muntinlupa City? I'll start with you, Noy.
I'm not sure kung ako lang to, no? Pero she's a dead ringer for the current queen, kay Miss Philippines Earth.
Okay.
Kay Ana, kay Neila. She has that certain vibe eh. So, striking facial features.
Ay,
Meron siyang ganung vibe eh. And I think she also has really good communication skills eh. So, I think she's got a lot working for her during the final. So, maganda ang kanyang basa dito sa kay Muntinlupa City.
Alright. Alexa?
I have to agree with Noy. Facially, she's good looking, no? In fact, I have to, that's one of the first things actually na napansin ko sa kanya when I was looking at her photos, no? Yun nga, unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the press presentation, so I had to rely more on what my colleagues in the crown are saying. But, I see a potential contender on Micaela, if ever, for the top 5 spot.
All right. Norman?
For some pageant followers, they would instantly say na parang ang taray-taray naman ang mukha nito si Micaela. Kasi nga, yung mga photos niya is pang model eh. Kasi nga, she does modeling. Kaya, isipin mo parang, ay parang masyadong alta to, parang pasosyal. But actually, when you see her in person, meet her in person, talk to her, she's just one giggly young lady who appreciates people talking to her, asking about her advocacy, and I think she has a strong chance of making it far in the competition. Kim?
Okay. Actually, this girl reminds me of, I don't know if you know the girl, the Hollywood girl, the Rosario Dawson. Yung part doon na isa, teka lang, pero pwede ba pa-replay ng picture nung B-rolls natin? Para masabi ko na, ayan, dyan siya kamukha ni Rosario Dawson, yung unang pinakita na yon. So, ayan, that one. Medyo yan, isa.
Yeah, that face, I see what you mean, yung pagka-aling niya. That's actually, may angle siya na that's very Rosario Dawson.
Diba? Yun. Right. Next one. Ayan, si Nice Lampad ng Bayugan City. Yan. Norman.
All right. I'm fortunate enough to be one of the judges during the Miss QMAs kung saan itong si Nice Lampad and si Jimema Tempra were proclaimed winners. Now, during the first presentation, nung kumakain na ng mga, yung parang merienda cena, I was actually in the stand-up table with Mario Dumabal, and we were talking about who do you think is the face of Miss Philippines Earth. Tapos, sabi ko, a lot of people are saying it's Jenny Ramp who's the face of Miss Philippines Earth, but I believe na another girl in contention for the face of this year sa roster is Nice Lampad. Because you see in person, she is a dead ringer for Ariela Arida. In person. And to top that, dalawa silang 5'8" dito. And funny enough, siya at si Jimema, they come in the same competition. Sila yung 2 tallest girls in the competition. So I think I think lalaban talaga itong si Nice. Iba ang dating niya in person eh. Talagang, ano siya, akala mo hindi mo siya mapapansin, pero pag nakita mo in person, parang, wow.
Alright.
Kim?
Yun. So bago tayo magpatuloy, alam nyo na, magbabalik tayo matapos lang ang ilang paalala. Welcome back to Ganyan ang Buhay dito sa Gising Na. At napag-uusapan namin or natin ang kagandahan at katalinuhan ng top 20 semi-finalists ng Miss Philippines Earth 2022 na kasalukuyang ine-enjoy ang koron at dyan nga magaganap ang Coronation Night on Saturday 6 p.m. live dyan sa koron. At ayan, babalikan natin yung ano yun? Kandidata na ating kinikilatis at kinikilala na si Nice Lampad ng Bayugan City. So, this time, Noy.
For me naman, si Nice, I think, is the dark horse of this year's competition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the beginning, kasi parang hindi siya masyadong napapansin ng mga fans specifically. Pero nung nag-press conference na, my God, her presence, her height, yung kanyang like stature during the press presentation, talagang nasabi ko talaga sa aking may editor-in-chief si Marty Gatchalian and you were there, sabi ko, wow, lalaban ito during the finals, masisira ang mga listahan ng mga tao. And if she goes all the way to the top 5, I'm not gonna be surprised. She has what it takes to be part of the top 5, I think.
Alright, Alexa.
I'm listening to Norman earlier na the fact that she competed alongside Annabelle and Jimena in Miss Koyamis, wow, I think that speaks for itself kasi kung hindi ako nagkakamali, na talagang very competitive early this year ang Miss Koyamis competition. So, I mean, the fact that yun nga, the three winners are actually competing in the national pageants this year. It shows a big potential, and I think Nice has that going for her. Na that again, having your local government unit and your local government backing you, supporting you at the same time. Having experienced the competition itself already, she will definitely go to the top. And I'm very excited also to see what she can show this finals night.
Okay. Balitaan ko lang kayong tatlo ha. Last 3 na lang tayo. Next one. Ito, si Rachel Santos ng Dipolog City. Norman?
Actually, it's the way she pronounces her name is parang Rushe.
Okay.
Rushe, something like that.
Rush, or okay.
Rush. Alam mo actually, tanggalan mo ng makeup, tanggalan mo ng gown, tanggalan mo ng all frills. Ito si Rushe would be a typical provinciana from Dipolog talaga. No. But what will make her stand out is yung kanyang sincerity and yung kanyang good intentions in representing Dipolog. Kasi Dipolog is such a beautiful place.
Yes.
Na kumbaga, if you will promote environmental
province
objectives or mga ganon, Dipolog will always be one of the standout. And Russia is doing a very good job in representing Dipolog as well. She may not be one of those na firmly sa front na para bang sinasabi ng mga pageant sites na, oh, naku, ito mananalo, ito mananalo. But I think she's doing Dipolog good service in representing the province. Kim?
All right. Anoy?
For me, ever since, I think what her biggest strength is, I think she is the quintessential spokesperson. I mean, she can talk on and on about Miss Philippines Earth, about her advocacy, and hindi ka madidisappoint. There's a certain comfort in listening to her na she's gonna deliver every single time. And I think that's her biggest strength in this competition, yung kanyang communication skills.
Okay. Thank you. Ano yun? Alexa?
I think one of the things that I see in Rash right now is that yun na nga, her sincerity in promoting her province is very is kudos to her. And at the same time, I'm very excited to see what she can share
Bring.
to us more, to bring rather to the competition.
Okay. And last two na tayo. So next one, si Trina Martinez ng Makati City. Noy?
Bang girl next door. Kasi again, napakaganda kasi nung fact na meron siyang girl next door vibes. Kasi meron siyang actually juxtaposition ng pagiging girl next door, pero may pagkasuplada, matari ang dating, no, may pagka-intimidating. So, parang very interesting ang kanyang look, kanyang beauty, which is actually enticing for me because it wants me to know her a little bit more, diba? So that one is that's one of her strong points, and at the same time maganda rin kanyang rehistro sa camera, very maganda siya in motion. So I think that's her strongest point actually for Makati City.
And since you mentioned maganda yung register niya sa camera, I remember during the Critic Day of the Beachwear, I actually said kamukha to at first glance or immediate glance ni Julie Ann San Jose na naman at this time Carla Abellana, yung papalapit siya dun sa, wait lang, inantay ko yung yung ito, yan, dyan.
Actually, para sa music video talent, nakita sa mga music videos, ganun ang vibe niya eh.
Norman?
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, itong si Trina, she's a blogger or vlogger. Of course, not sa pageants, but I think she does her share sa pag-vlog. And so syempre ang dating itong bata nito, if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I think she's residing in Bel Air. So, ano talaga, kumbaga, it shows in the way she moves, the way she projects, na, she comes from a well-off family. So, she can transform this advantage into something that could make her stand out sa competition. Not saying na kailangan mayaman ka para manalo. But I think yung finesse sa kanyang moves and everything, it should show, and let's just hope that she will be more relatable to the judges.
Okay. Alexa?
Looking at her right now, actually she projects very well. And I was able to listen to one of her videos kasi looking according to the press kit before that Miss Philippines Earth shared with us, she's an online host and reporter. That's what's written in her occupation. Now, when you're an online host and reporter, syempre, comm skills is a very big factor already. So, Kim, alam mo yan.
Yes, I know.
Kung makuda ka, dapat makuda ka. So, medyo doon palang mataas na yung expectations natin that she can carry a good conversation. So, I'm very excited on that aspect. And in terms of her looks, one thing that I see sometimes in the videos that we're seeing right now is nasabi na ni Noy, she can be a girl next door, pero sometimes naman she can actually be a cosmopolitan girl kasi she's representing Makati. So syempre when we talk about Makati,
alam mo na
yung vibe ng Makati girl, very cosmopolitan, very chic. So I'm like in that video earlier, in that clip earlier na ano siya, na parang naka-jacket alone siya. That like, wow. So, there's an element of transformation. So, I'm sure, I mean, Noy is better on this than me na maganda siyang bihisan, so to speak. So, yun, that's what I'm very excited to see in the finals as well, what she can bring also into the competition.
Right. And last one, si Trisha is it Van Eldick? Ano yun?
Van Eldick.
Balagtas, Bulacan. So, Norman?
Itong si Trisha, in person kasi, there are certain girls kasi talaga na maanggulo yung mukha eh. Yung
right.
Hindi naman tayo lahat blessed to have a face that looks good from all angles.
Oo naman.
So talaga maingat itong si Trisha on how to present herself to people, to the right ba, to the left and everything. Kasi nga make sure strong features niya. But what I like about Trisha is magaan ang dating niya kahit sabihin mo pang parang kasi we're both from Bulacan. Actually, I studied high school in the town beside Balagtas, Bulacan. So, there are things that we're both familiar with. So, mabilis kayo magkapalagay ng loob ito si Trisha. I just hope that she steps it up even more during the finals of Miss Philippines Earth. Kim?
Thank you. Alexa?
Yun nga, Norman already mentioned that she actually has a very, very strong features, no? So, hopefully, one of the things I like to see is maybe kung paano siya aayusin later on for the finals. And I think it really, because I think she's Dutch, if I'm not mistaken, part Dutch, kasi, because of her family name. So, definitely, her face will definitely be her biggest asset, but I'm also very excited to see like all the candidates, what she can bring into the competition, to the finals this coming weekend.
Okay. Ayan, so natapos na natin kilatisin isa-isa yung top 20. So ito yung tatanong ko sa inyo, mabilis lang, hindi yung sino or meron ba kayong Miss Philippines Earth candidate na sa tingin nyo na hindi nakapasok sa top 20? Unahin kita, Norman.
Angela Ocol. Because of the height issue. Kasi I'm familiar with Angela Ocol na because of Miss Universe Philippines.
Yes.
So, kumbaga, pinahirayan ko because I know that she can do wonders for Siargao in that competition. So, sayang nga lang na hindi na siya umabot or natanggal na siya on her way to the top 20.
I see. Okay. How about you, Noy?
Yung isang candidate, I think, na pinanghihinangayan ng mga fans is the one from Palawan. Na they were expecting her to get in. And,
Christine Balboa.
It was still like a puzzle for everyone. Is it because of the height or is it because she didn't really make the cut? So kasi in terms of performance during all of the preliminary competitions, I think she was a standout, one of the standouts. So sayang siya actually. Sana next year sumali siya ulit and she'll make it, di ba?
So to think na Coron Palawan ang host ngayon.
Yes.
So you would think that
automatic.
Palawan is automatic.
Ganun naman lagi pag ikaw yung host country or host city, host yung hometown or province, automatic kailangan pumasok. Tapos pag ayun nga, nakakalungkot, hindi nakapasok. Ayan yun. Ikaw naman, Alexa, meron pa bang iba or kapareho din ng dalawa?
Kapareho din nila Noy and Norman. Definitely, I was so disappointed that Angela Ocol didn't make it. Kasi I think, and I'm sure Norman and Noy would agree naman with all of us who have been observing the pageant, Miss Philippines Earth for the past few months, that Angela has a lot of potential and she has the experience. She coming from her stint with Miss Universe Philippines, so we were really excited what she can bring. And of course, in backstory, the fact obviously Siargao went through last year at the height of typhoon. Ang laki nun, ang laking story to share, to share that alone. I mean, it's not just about Angela's journey. Sayang na hindi, it could have also brought again Siargao into the spotlight. No, kamusta na sila din after the ravage of after what Typhoon Odette did to their province.
Okay. Teka, tanong ko lang, yung bang mga pinili nyo na or yung hindi nakapasok or naligwak, pwede pa naman silang sumali, di ba? Given her or their age. Tama ba, Norman?
Are we talking of the same pageant or another pageant?
Another or the same. It can be.
Well, definitely, hindi na the same
Yes,
price na awful
exactly.
kasi nga, issue na yung sa height.
Mali natin magbago, hindi natin pa alam, di ba? So, pwede pa rin.
She can join Mutya ng Pilipinas where yung height requirement ma-relax na for this year. Although I'm not sure kung if she would be quick on the gun and joining again. Kasi nga parang, siyempre, tao lang naman yun, nadi-disappoint in everything. So, let's see how she can bounce back from that.
Anything to add, Noy?
Well, for me naman talaga, I think what really boils down is if the candidate is really willing to give it another try. And I think it's really a marriage of the candidate and the right pageant, di ba? It's really boils down to
Right. Alexa?
Find the right passion for Miss
Yeah.
or another pageant.
Okay. Thank you. Alexa?
Ako naman, as what Norman and Noy said na, I think let's recalibrate and rethink if you really want to think about joining again pageantry. I mentioned in a previous live that we did in the Crown Philippines that it's not cheap to join any pageant, given that you have to bring out money regardless na may backing ka ng LGU or not, or if you have sponsors. So, syempre, meron ka ding mga sinasacrifice along the way. If you're a student, kailangan mong tumigil sa pag-aaral. If you're working, kailangan mong tumigil sa pagtatrabaho. There's a lot of factors then to consider. And syempre, you also have to consider, like it or not, about your family. Because syempre, once you become a potential become a candidate, a title holder, kahit sila medyo masasama na sa journey mo because you become a public figure. So, maraming considerations. But if you are determined to join, kasi ika nga try until you succeed, then go for it. Pero yun nga, marunong ka rin dapat promeno along the way.
Tama naman ang inyong mga sinabi. Ayan. So, babalikan natin yung top 20. At itatanong ko sa inyo, ito lang, you don't need to explain, you just need to tell me kung ano yung title na ibibigay nyo sa kanila. Alam nyo naman yung title, di ba? Yung Miss Philippines Ecotourism, Fire, Water, Air, and Earth. Okay? So, ready?
For all the 20, papahirapan mo na naman kami.
Well, yeah. Ito yung gusto ng mga fans. Alam mo yan, Norman. No need to explain na nga, di ba?
Di ba pwede magbigay na lang kami ng top 5 na?
Mamaya pa yun. Ito muna. I need to ask you this, guys. So, ready na ba? First picture. Go. Wait lang, inaantay ko pa. Wait lang. Ayan, ito. Ayan, start with Noy.
Maybe ecotourism or fire.
Okay, Norman?
Runner-up.
All right, Alexa?
Ecotourism.
Next one? Ayan, Norman?
Ecotourism.
Alexa?
Fire.
Noy? Are you there, Noy?
Yes, ecotourism.
Okay, next one? Ayan, Norman?
Runner-up.
Alexa?
Runner-up.
Noy?
Yes.
Yes, what? Runner-up as well?
Yes, runner-up.
Okay, next one, please. Noy?
Runner-up.
Norman?
Runner-up.
Alexa?
Runner-up.
Next one? Alexa?
Water.
Okay, Norman?
Fire.
Noy?
Fire or water?
All right. Noy?
Yes, fire or water. Yes.
No, this one si Jariz. Same then. Okay.
Jariz.
Okay, yeah.
Water or air?
Okay, Norman.
Ecotourism.
Alexa.
Water.
All right. Okay, Norman. Si Jasmine.
Jasmine, hindi ecotourism yan, definitely. Fire siguro.
Okay. Noy.
For me, ecotourism.
Okay. Alexa.
Fire.
Okay. Next is si Jasmine Calma. Norman.
Runner-up.
Okay. Noy.
For me, runner-up as well.
Okay. Alexa.
Runner up as well.
All right. Jennifer. Alexa.
Oh, this one, definitely air.
Okay. Noy. Noy is Jennifer the Assis for you. Ano siya sa'yo?
Fire.
Okay. Norman.
Water.
Okay. Jenny Ram. Noy.
Pwedeng air or water.
Okay. Alexa.
Air.
Norman.
Air.
Oh my God. Naintriga ako sa mga ano nyo Next one. Ayan, si Jimena Tempra. Norman.
Miss Philippines Earth.
Okay. Noy.
Possible Miss Philippines Earth or air.
Okay. Alexa.
Oh, either earth or air.
All right. Justin Ortega. Norman.
Miss Philippines Earth or air.
Okay. Alexa.
Earth or air.
Okay. My God. Noy. Ikaw din?
Earth, yes, please.
Ay, air lang sa kanya. All right. Ayan, si Kiara Lian Wellington Noy.
Runner-up or pwede rin pumasok ang ecotourism?
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Alexa.
Air.
Okay. Norman.
Water.
All right. Next is si Maria Lourdes De Leon. Alexa.
Runner up.
Okay. Norman.
Runner-up.
All right. And Noy.
Runner-up as well.
Okay. Muriel Noy.
For me, ecotourism or fire.
All right. Norman.
Kaya nitong mag-ecotourism.
All right. Then Alexa.
Ecotourism also.
Okay. Micaela Norman.
Fire.
Alexa.
Fire.
Noy.
I should agree. Fire, pwede.
Oh, wow. Okay. A nice lampad. Noy.
Oh. Kasi pwede talaga siyang, I mean, she could be a possible spoiler
Okay.
Fire or water or pwede rin umakyat ng air.
Okay. Norman.
Earth or water.
Okay. Alexa.
Water.
All right. Ito yung Rash or Rashay. Norman.
Runner-up.
Okay. Noy.
Runner-up or ecotourism.
Okay. Alexa.
Runner up.
Okay. Trina Martinez. Alexa.
Air.
Noy.
Runner-up.
Norman.
Fire.
Okay. Next one, please. Trisha. Norman.
Runner-up.
Norman tuloy. Noy.
Yes, runner-up as well.
Alexa.
Runner up.
Okay. Aha. Tapos na ba?
Yes!
Oh, wow! Ang bilis natin. Oh, ayan na. Alright. So, ito na yung huling tanong. Ito na yung inaantay ni Norman kaninang-kanina pa. So, ayan. So, 5 yung titles natin, di ba? Miss Philippines Ecotourism, Miss Philippines, ano yan? Nakalimutan ko. Fire, Miss
Fire.
Philippines Water, Miss Philippines
Water,
Earth,
air.
and Miss Philippines Earth. So, ikaw ang mauna, Alexa. So, sino-sino yon?
Oh, okay. Ano ba? Do I have to say the titles or just the top 5?
No, the titles. And
Okay.
not the titles and the name, syempre.
Okay. Let's start with ecotourism. Right now, as we speak, for my ecotourism, I would put Michaela Legarda. Of course, for fire, I would put Kiara Wellington. For water is Jimena Tempra. For air, I would put Gising Ortega. And then, of course, for Miss Philippines Earth, Jenny Ram.
Okay. Noy?
Okay. Ito, walang code good kasi yok prepared.
Gusto ko to. Malay mo, tumama ka, di ba?
Ano,
Go.
ecotourism, Dipolog City, perhaps. Fire for me could be 13 Martires.
Okay.
Water for me could be Tarlac. And then air for me could be Bayugan or Misamis. And then Miss Philippines Earth is City of Manila.
Alright, and syempre, Norman, you.
Okay, I'll tell you my top 5 first, no? My
Okay.
top 5 would be Bayugan City, Cebu City, Asan, Misamis Oriental, City of Manila, and Santa Ignacia, Tarlac.
Mm-mm.
Ecotourism para sa akin would be Bayugan City. Cebu City will be fire.
Mm-mm.
General will be water. It's really a toss between Hasaan Misamis Oriental and Justine Ortega.
Okay.
I want Justine to win, but I want Himema to win as well.
Okay.
So it depends. Will they go for someone who's a pageant veteran or someone who's a 19-year-old who's just freshly starting in the pageant industry? So I would go for Justine Ortega just because she can do something for the organization that has already been established, like in solar energy and the like. And somehow this will augur well for next year's edition, which will be a lot tougher because the winner will be going to Vietnam. So,
Right.
bubuhos lahat ng mga Diyosa next year for Mr. Beats or 2023.
Okay.
Kim,
Okay, alam nyo, nag-enjoy ako at ang galing, saktong-sakto tayo sa oras. Perfect na perfect. At syempre, hindi pa kayo tapos sa akin. Meron pa kayong post, Miss Philippines Earth Analysis. I-invite ko ulit kayo. Pagbigyan nyo ulit ako, ha? Anyway, any parting words? I'll start with Alexa.
First of all, now again, thank you very much for the invite.
Of course.
Siguro for the Miss, I would wish the Miss Philippines Earth candidates good luck. I mean, you know what? It's going to be it's good for them to be back.
You're right.
In this coming weekend, and whoever wins will really raise the Philippines flag again in the competition within this year. So thank you, and good luck to all of them, and of course, thank you for your support on behalf of the Crown Philippines. So please don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube channel. I mean, we've been sharing our thoughts and analysis
You're right.
on all of on all of the local and national competitions and pageants. And do please visit the website www.thecrown.com for more updates. Marami pa po tayong ilalabas na mga stories along the way. At hindi pa po tayo natatapos sa coverage kasi after po ng nationals, meron pa po tayong international competitions na papanoorin.
At aabangan at i-review. Mas madugo yun. Noy?
Yes, maraming salamat po sa invite na ito on behalf of Miss Earth Crown and The Crown. Maraming salamat po. And to all of the fans, topic lang tayo. Supportan natin ang mga girls all the way, no? And please stay tuned to Miss Earth Crown and The Crown. And maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumuporta sa aming coverage ng Miss Philippines Earth. And maraming salamat po sa invite na ito.
Of course.
Review.
At ayun, maraming salamat din sa iyo. At syempre, Norman.
yes, good luck sa Miss Philippines Earth sa kanilang finals of this Saturday. Hopefully, smooth ang live streaming kasi the mere fact na hindi sila nakapag-guest yung mga girls because mahina ang
signal. Yun yung sinabi sa akin eh.
So I really hope that they do something about it because a lot of people are awaiting the finals this coming Saturday. And please continue following me at normannorman.com, reading my blogs there. Also my IG at Tito Norman Pino. So thank you for having me again, Kim, and have a nice day, everyone.
All right, thank you very much sa inyong tatlo at pinaunlakan nyo ang aming imbitasyon at yun nga at alam ko mahirap bumangon at napakaaga at ginawa nyo pa rin para sa ating mga girls at para sa kagandahan at katatinuhan ng mga Pilipino or mga dalaga Pilipina. At syempre, ayan, ano yun? Ayun nga, actually, tama yung sinabi mo, Norma, nag-chika na rin tayo dito. O yun nga, sana maganda yung signal nila sa Sabado kasi supposedly dapat sa Friday ko pa kayo i-invite dahil nahihirapan sila sa signal. Ayun, hindi ko sila ma-invite. Dapat sila yung guest ko ngayon eh. So anyway, I'm hoping that you will have a good signal or yung powerful or strength yung yung signal nyo sa Sabado kasi inaabangan din kayo kasi ito yung comeback nyo na live, yung face-to-face na pageant. So, yun yung winning wish ko sa inyo. At, again, thank you very much sa inyong tatlo. Stay safe. Yan. At syempre, samahan niyo muli kami sa aming pagbabalik sa Biyernes para sa isa na namang araw ng punong-puno ng inspirasyon, kagandahan, katalinuhan tuwing umaga dahil ganyan ang buhay dito sa Gising Na.
Daily Tribune would like to thank the following: Makati City, SM Supermall, Sharp, Century Peak, Prime Homes, Tulfo, DOTR Railway, LRTA, LRMC, Megawide, PGMA, DBP, CAAP, ICTSI, Aboitiz Power, Aboitiz, Udena, Cocogen, Globe, NLEX, Team Energy, MPT, Philcomsat, FDC, RCBC, Divina Law, Maya, Smart Trade, HMNF, LG, Smart, Maybank, PLDT, Caliraya, Mr. Freeze, Senator Villar, Meralco, Republic Cement, Century Property, EK, Mapicon, Carranza, Houseland, Pag-ibig, Meralco, Isuzu, Toyota, Toktok, Suzuki, MG, Angkas, Mitsubishi, Beautyderm, SM Retail, NAC, Mondelez, BPI, Araneta, Insight, Pure Gold, Deco, Watson, Copiroti, Pagcor, and Simply Thai.